Hi, how are you? Good morning, or afternoon, or whatever time it is. It is the day before Christmas Eve, and look at me smiling. Yay! Been a crazy year, and I say that a lot. I don't know that I used to say that a lot, but I just started doing these videos since COVID, so I hasn't gotten any calmer. So that's one of the things I wanted to talk about, how crazy this world is, which it basically is my life right now and yours. But how can we get through it? And that's basically what I talk about every week, isn't it? So let's do it again, because now it's the day before Christmas Eve, right? So you probably are running around the grocery store, the mall for last minute stuff, Target, what else? Ironing clothes and cleaning your house and racking your brain for what you forgot, right? So we're in a state of woo. So I thought, okay, let me think about this. So I said to Kenny, what am I going to talk about? And Kenny's like, live in the moment. I'm like, yeah, well, that's true and hard. But he's right. A little bit necessary, right? So I was going back to Mary and Joseph, right? Because we talked about Mary and Joseph last week. And basically, they had there's a timeline for what happened to them. So, where is it here? When my family gets together for Christmas Eve, we always read from Luke. And it's basically chapter 2, verses 1 through 20, more or less. And it's the birth of Jesus. And it's really almost the timeline of what happened between, not so much, they didn't talk about the angel coming to Mary and Joseph, but that's part of it, right? So here's Mary, she's a teenager, and Joseph, who we kind of think maybe is a teenager now also, and then just living their lives. And then the angel came and said, I'm going to change your whole life. And they didn't think, I don't know if they thought, or if they just acted, but they didn't say, but I have a life. They just said, okay. And then she found out she had a baby. And then they started this journey. But every step of this way, I'm wondering, did they look back and think, what about my life before? I honestly don't think so, because I think that they kind of got what they had to do. Did they think, what's going to happen in the future? I don't think so. I think they trusted that God was going to put them in the direction they needed to go in. Here's the thing. With that trust comes a little bit of calmness, a little bit of peace, right? So I have a little hard time sometimes with that trust. And so I get a little crazy. God is there. And I'm going to read a couple verses in a minute about it, but God is there. And He's going to help us. And so maybe we do need to live in the moment. Maybe we do need to not. There's a word called remuneration, I think is the word. And it basically means thinking and saying the same words over and over and over again. And sometimes I do that. My brain does that. And when you think back at what you did yesterday and the bad things that happened and the stuff that you did that was stupid, sometimes my mind will do that over and over and go, why did I do that? Why did I do that? Why did I do that? When I think too far ahead and worry, what if? Kenny used to read a book to the kids about a moose. I think it was a moose. Bruce the Moose and the what ifs. And which was probably one reason I like moose. And there were what ifs. What if I get sick? What if the school closes down? What if my children get mad at me and don't talk to me anymore? What if something happens to Kenny? So you've got you've got this stuff that happened in the past that you can't let go of. You've got stuff that might or might not happen in the future, and you're going to worry about all of that, right? So here's what it says in the Bible. Hold on, I'm coming. Matthew 6:34. So don't worry about tomorrow. Each day has enough trouble of its own. Tomorrow will have its own worries, which, doesn't make me feel great, but tomorrow has its own worries. We'll deal with that tomorrow. What about, there's another one. Hold on. Isaiah 43:18 through 19. The Lord says, now Matthew's talking about tomorrow, the future. Isaiah said, the Lord says, forget about what happened before. Don't think about the past. Forget about what happened before. Look at the new thing I'm going to do. It's already happening. You see it? God, will make a road in the desert, and I will make rivers in the dry land. He's got this. He's got this. So Kenny's got a good point. Let's leave it alone. Leave what happened in the past alone. Learn from it. Learn from it. This thing happened. I did this. This is my fault. Learn from it. I'm going to try not to do that in the future. I'm going to try to change how I do things in the future. In the future, I can't fix that. I can't change it. I can't control it. But God can. Mary and Joseph basically did that. They were given a job, and they did the job. I just want to say this. At this time of year, it's a good time to learn. It's a good time to remember what's important. And so what's important is hold on. Yeah. At Christmas time, what's important is this. You live in the moment. My children are in the process. Colleen got married. Kevin is getting married. And I said to Kenny, I'm going to enjoy every minute of it. That means living in the moment. I am going to remember in my head what it was like to be there with Colleen while she tried on her wedding gown, and to be there with Emily when she did the same thing. I'm going to try to keep in my head the bridal showers that I was a part of, that I got to celebrate them and help them to start a new life. I'm going to keep in my head that time when Kenny and Colleen danced together at their wedding. And I'm going to keep in my head when Kevin and I danced together at his wedding. You have to enjoy what you have, because then you can remember it. You do not have to go back and worry over the things that you did that were wrong. Just know that you need to learn from them. That doesn't mean worry about them. It just means that in the future, you're like, wait, I'm going to do this the right way now. All right, this Christmas, this is what's important. Living in the moment. Enjoy that time that you go to the grocery store. Enjoy that time that you decide what food you're going to prepare. Enjoy cleaning your house, because now it's going to be clean. Enjoy your family, because that's what this is about. I know people say this is only about Jesus being born, but not for nothing. Jesus was born into a family. And who brought that family together? God. God literally brought Mary and Joseph together and put Jesus in the mix. Family. And so because God made that family to bring Jesus in, and Jesus had that family, that's what's important. Family. And that's why we do what we do. Friends, same thing. God brought people together. We have our friends, and God brought those friends to us. The food, it's always about food. As a matter of fact, they put Jesus in a manger, which is basically a feeding trough for animals. Food. Music. Who came and sang? The angels came and sang. They sang music. Church time, being able to come and listen to the story and be part of it and remember it. And the gifts. And the reason for the gifts is, I think, a couple of things. When the Magi came and brought gifts for Jesus, and it was gifts to show that he was the king. We give gifts because giving a gift to someone is loving them and giving them something and helping them. So this Christmas, gotta live in the moment. We're at the point that craziness, that getting ready is basically, that's it. We're basically done as of like tomorrow morning or tomorrow night. So now we enjoy the family. We enjoy our friends, whether we see them in person or on Zoom or talk to them on the phone. Enjoy the food and the music, the beautiful, beautiful music. Enjoy the people that you see at church and the time that you can spend to come and relive that moment. And enjoy opening the gifts and watching your kids and your parents and your brothers and your sisters and your friends open something and enjoy what you gave them. It's about living now. You remember the past, but you don't go crazy over it. You prepare for the future, but you don't overthink it, because guess what? God's got this. He's got it. I pray, I calm down. God, give me the serenity. I calm down. It's going to be crazy this year. People have different ideas of how they want to handle things. Some people are afraid of getting sick. Some people are afraid of not being able to see their family. God's got this. Just sit back and let him do it. It's easier said than done, but it works. It absolutely works. So you enjoy this time. You enjoy that time that you can be with your family and your friends. You enjoy remembering about Mary and Joseph, because that's one of the most beautiful stories in the Bible. And you know that life is going to be there when you're done with Christmas. It's going to be there. And the good stuff, you're going to love. And the hard stuff, you got some help. I love you guys. I miss you a lot. But we will be together soon. Have a wonderful, wonderful Christmas. Take care.